guy with a knee injury. They've been out since Saturday.
Right now, these hikers are actually 4 days out. They were planning to be back only in 3 days. They were overdue last night and managed to get a message out via satellite phone to family members.
It's like 3.5 miles up. They're around 2,300 feet in elevation, so it's like a long slope climb. Did go through the brook, so he's partially submerged, wet. There's a bunch of stream crossings, but mostly it should be a slide and drag operation, except for lifting across.
Yep.
Right now, there's 2 people from the Forest Service ahead of you guys, and I got a good pile of people coming.
We've got myself, Officer Josiah Town. We've got Jim Sears from District 1 and Sergeant Glenn Lucas, also from District 1, Chris Bryson, and finally Ron Arsenal from District 2. For us, that's pretty much everybody in the northern part of the state.
Josiah's got the litter.
Okay, perfect. Had a fever of 102 this morning.
Are you all right now?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going with Josiah, if he's carrying the litter, I'll just walk, I'll be good to go.
There's really deep snowfall this year, and we'll have to be trudging through that on snowshoes, which is a lot more tiring than just walking up a normal path. Right now, Sergeant Lucas is trying to get the snowmobile as far up the trail as he can go. It means that's that much less we're gonna have to carry the patient. They'll be able to ride the snowmobile back out. But the problem is the snow is really deep, and we have a lot of different crossings over running brooks and things like that. So I don't know how far he's going to be able to go.
Chris Bryce and I are going to be headed out next.
Is that already in?
Yeah, I think he and Ron left a little while ago.
Right now, we're actually probably standing on the surface of the snow, but there's 4 or 5 feet of snow below us. As we get into some of these stream crossings in the brooks or some of the areas where it's a narrower valley, the snow is much deeper. So it's always surprising when you step near a tree and kick through a little bit and look down and you realize you're 6 feet up off the ground.
How you doing, Joan?
Good. I'm just plodding. How are you doing? Yeah.
Right now, Josiah has a pretty good challenge just trying to get that litter through all this deep snow. With the litter plus his gear, I mean, he's looking at easily 60 pounds on his back. It's pretty unwieldy. Glad Josiah's carrying it, not me.
This is gonna suck.
It's pretty dangerous to be moving around during the winter, even with snowshoes or skis on. It's just treacherous. It's also just very slippery, and you can slide very easily on a lot of these stream crossings. It seems fairly typical for where injuries could occur.
A little bit of a hole. The hard part's getting your snowshoes back underneath you. There we go.
I haven't heard an update about the patient in a while, so we don't know if their situation's kind of deteriorating. We're just trying to reach them as quickly as possible, which is difficult in this snow.
On another part of the trail, Sergeant Lucas fights to get his snowmobile as far up the mountain as possible in deep snow.
11 to 21, Chelsea.
Go ahead on 2.
I'm at a brook crossing. I don't feel comfortable going across.
So I'm gonna stash the sled at just shy of 1,500 feet. I'm
1.12.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
Glenn Lucas came up on a snowmobile. So luckily for us, the victim will be able to get on the snowmobile and Glenn will be able to ride him back down to the trailhead. It actually is gonna shave off probably a mile or so.
What's that?
How much? Right now, Conservation Officer Jim Sears, he just caught up with us on the trail. That's good because that gives us a fresh set of legs and someone to help out carrying the litter.
Want to switch, Jim? Yeah, I'm toast. 1, 2, 3. Good?
Yeah.
As good as you can be?
As good as you can be.
Yeah, I end up doing that a lot, just pulling it. Oh, holy cow, this is nice.
Get the spirits up.
I feel like a whole new lease on life now.
(21-36) on 2.
Go ahead.
The Forest Service units got them. They've been moving for a little while and they're doing pretty good. You said you could pause in place with the litter.
We will not argue with that order, sir. We might change into some dry clothes and wait here. Well, that's good, boys.
I like it.
Get out of our sweaty clothes and put some dry clothes on so that we don't get hypothermic, and then we should just be able to hike out and call it a night. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hey, oh, attention on deck, guys.
Back in Carroll County, officers Demler, Town, and Sears meet up with the remainder of the rescue party to escort an injured camper down the mountain.
How's it going?
I got a call over the radio from Brian Johnston from the Forest Service, who was actually the first one to make contact with the patient. He was able to travel under his own power. Depending on what pace he's able to maintain with his injured knee, it may get dark before they get out.
The patient actually walked under his own power until about a mile from the trailhead where Glenn Lucas had driven a snowmobile.
You want to just hike up to that next tree there? He has to turn around.
There's a lot of different perceptions for what a snowmobile can do. Fortunately, some of the conditions with just really steep terrain and where we are in dense forest, snowmobiles really, they can't access things as easily as people think.
Let's try it for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe we only go 100 feet, but I'll be on the trail. You can leave your shoes on.
Okay.
Thank you. So throw one leg right over. Right up on the running board. Bend it at all. There you go, that's good. So here's the key. If we tip, just stay holding on. Don't put your leg out, don't put your arms out. It's just gonna fold over the soft snow and nothing's gonna happen. Gotcha. Okay? Yep. All right, give it a try.